Hi guys, welcome back to the Tommy Starcraft channel. It's your host Tommy with yet another Starcraft Remastered cast from the South Korean ladder 2024, very recent replays here onto this channel. We have a very interesting Terran versus Terran matchup here with Flash that is spawning actually here in the lower left as the purple Terran, and his opponent, interesting enough, having here the nickname of FLASHCOINGOOD. Apparently this is a situation where Flash actually either invested into a crypto coin or perhaps he wants to point this out, as he's also writing quite a lot here to Flash. So Flash with his AK, with his barcode, and sadly I don't know who FLASHCOINGOOD is. Should of course be also a South Korean pro with a very high APM, as you can see here. So yeah, Terran versus Terran it is once again on a 4 spawning location map. Let's have a look at their build order, if there's going to be any difference. As you can see right now, still at the same build order here for both players. Both players opening up pretty standardly with a supply depot, as the chatting is actually continuing here, but sadly I don't know what they are saying to each other. So of course FLASHCOINGOOD is a South Korean player. He's also writing here into South Korean. Maybe they actually talk about crypto, maybe they talk in which coin to invest, perhaps Bitcoin, Ethereum or Solana, or who knows, maybe Dogecoin and so on. So yeah, we continue with the barracks for both players. The timing is pretty much the same here. So yeah, nothing yet out of the ordinary, no difference into the build order. You can even see the production building here in the upper left part, just in case I am missing something. So yeah, Flash here also with his gas. Let's have a look at the gas from the opponent. Pretty much the same stuff here. And as you can see from the thumbnail, it is going to be perhaps a mech war, or we're going to be seeing some wraiths, perhaps some battle cruisers would also be interesting to be seen from the two pros. And yeah, let's see, the first scouting SCV is actually very early here for FLASHCOIN, as Flash actually not deciding yet to scout it. I'm just going to call him perhaps Crypto here, or Crypto Flash. So yeah, let's see how the game is going to continue. Should be of course a factory. No, actually it's a spawning pool, sorry, a supply depot here for him. Yeah, just watch the production tab here, and we also have the first factories now finally getting produced. So both players with the same timing each, also scouting out the map. Pretty standard stuff, nothing out of the ordinary, no intentions to rush the opponent. Just a pretty standard Terran versus Terran. The first Marine is out here for Crypto Flash, and Flash actually also moving out here with his first Marine, as they now will be scouting the map, it seems, with the barracks. So only one Marine for them, and the barracks is now being used to be scouted. So I believe this of course indicates to us into a transition into the mech gameplay from the Terrans, the Vultures, the tanks, and of course the Goliaths. And are we going to be seeing, like I told you, battle cruisers? It will be very interesting to see, as Flash now deciding to take his expansion. No expansion yet here for Crypto Flash, but I believe he's going to start it very soon. 2 Marines actually out for him. Scouting barracks still out. Only 1 Marine here for Flash, as there is an add-on for the factory for him, and also an add-on here for his opponent. So we might see some early Vulture harassment happening very soon. Also an interesting supply depot here into this location. Of course, Medivacs are a much needed and a much used vehicle here into this matchup. And yeah, the barracks will very soon meet here into the middle of the map. Quite interesting stuff here for both players. Still a very defensive gameplay here by both of them. Let's see who's going to be the first to attack with some units. The first Vulture is getting produced here for Crypto Flash, and actually Flash deciding to go for a siege tank first. So I believe Flash is going to turn this into a more defensive gameplay, with perhaps later some harassment with some Medivacs, as his second factory is also getting produced here for him, and the same can be said here for a Crypto Flash. So yeah, pretty much the same build order for both players. Marines are damaging the barracks, the other barracks also closing in forward. We have the first Vultures out on the map, and there is actually a difference here. Tank, quite a lone tank here moving out for Flash. So let's have a look if he's going to perhaps evade the scouting from this barracks. He's just checking here for some Vultures to inflict some damage, but now he decides to pull back. So interesting stuff here by Flash. In the meantime, Crypto Flash just damaging the barracks more, but we do have a quite good move out here by him. speed has been done here, and this could be very deadly versus the economy here from Flash, as the first SCV will take some damage here. So a great move out here by Crypto Flash. One vulture gets surrounded, but so many SCVs are in danger, as Flash is very likely going to lose 2 already here for him. And now finally, luckily, the first vultures are also out here for Flash, as some chatting is continuing, I believe. Perhaps the Crypto Flash didn't really target those SCV nicely, although the damage could have been much more higher than only 2 SCVs here. So perhaps a small advantage here for Crypto Flash, as he was able to snipe 2 SCVs there, but at the same time he did lose the vultures, so yeah, it was a fair trade. Let's see if Flash is going to be a little bit more successful. However, so many mines here, he might walk into a trap. He needs to be very careful. Lots and lots of splash damage could be taken here, and indeed Flash losing actually 1 tank there, and immediately decides to pull back. So great defensive gameplay here by Crypto Flash, with the mines expecting an attack, and Flash perhaps has to wait now for a science vessel, as he's once again under attack with some vultures. But yeah, I believe science vessels is going to be a much needed unit here, as more and more factories are getting produced here for Flash. And yeah, we are slowly but steadily closing in towards the 10-minute mark. So very interesting game, very nice strategic gameplay. But here actually Crypto Flash is moving forward and once again sniping SCV after SCV. So Flash not really paying attention. Crypto Flash really punishing here his economy. Very nice move here by him. So Flash caught a little bit by surprise. Did move out with his units he wasn't expecting. And Crypto Flash actually with only 2 vultures being able to lower the SCV count once again. I believe 3 to 4 SCVs have been killed, so Flash has to leave 1 tank behind. Let's have a look at the counter for him. Lots and lots of vultures out, but I believe some mines will also be out here. Let's see if Flash is going to pretty much commit, or he's just going to place some mines here defensively. So right now Flash, I believe, pretty much behind the economy from the opponent, looking really good. And let's see how the game is going to continue, as the next expansion wants to be taken here by the opponent, but Flash has all those barracks, scouting barracks out, and now even deciding to repair his barracks there. Let's see what the next moves are going to be. Once again, only 2 vultures here by Crypto Flash, as he's nicely microing them back and forward. So very nice stuff here by him. Once again dealing damage towards the economy from Flash, and Flash again caught a little bit off guard. Perhaps he needs to revise his strategy. Perhaps he needs to make a SimCity build order just to block the entrance here with some supply depots, with some barracks, as once again he's deciding to move out with his vultures. And the same can be said here for Crypto Flash, who is just securing the next expansion point with his tanks. So his vultures with tanks, no starport yet by any of the players. And actually right now Flash is just researching the siege ability, so very late siege ability here for him. Quite a interesting strategy by him, as his vultures try of course to snipe some incoming vultures here, and also trying to gain more and more map control. So it's still anyone's game of course, but Crypto Flash having a very high SCV, a much higher SCV count, so he might decide to close this game really early on. He has the advantage. Flash knows this. He has to punish of course now the economy from the opponent, but it's very hard to push forward against tanks and mines. So let's see what Flash can do here. The high ground is pretty much in control here by Crypto, as even the tanks are moving forward, so Flash has to find a better position here for his vultures, as they take more and more damage here from the tanks. He's nicely microing them back and forward. And let's see, as Crypto is going to secure his expansion right here. Flash just roaming around with 1 vulture, and Flash at the same time taking now his expansion right here. So yeah, he has to recover from the SCV loss. He knows this, that's exactly why he's going into another expansion on the high ground. And still this expansion pretty much exposed here for him, as all of his units are just pretty much going to take control of the middle of the map here. I believe that's his tactics, just having mines all over the place and the middle of the map secured with tanks. And there is the expansion here for Crypto as well. So slowly but steadily this has turned into a defensive gameplay, or are we going to be seeing a move out? Nice mine there by Flash, catching a tank and a vulture here from the opponent. At the same time, more and more vultures and tanks are being produced on both sides. We still see vultures roaming around here onto the map. You can see it nicely on the minimap. Both players try of course to gain as much map control as possible. And now we actually see a move out by Crypto, and he's even able to catch some of the vultures here from Flash as he's now moving forward. Perhaps he's going to try to take control of the middle of the map. It's going to be quite a ballsy move by him, as he's just roaming around here slowly but steadily. Flash tries to find a good flank position versus his opponent. He has some mines on the middle of the map. Tries, of course, to secure his position with these walls here. And yeah, let's see how the game is going to continue. See scans, of course, going out. Both players have passed the 10-minute mark. Both players with their expansions. And Flash has now gained 51 workers against the 57, actually 53 already. So he's slowly but steadily coming back into the game. Supply-wise, Crypto having more supply versus his opponent. Is this going to be perhaps the advantage for him, or is Flash going to find a better position later on with some medivacs? Or are we going to be seeing some race? We don't see a starport. Apparently there is a starport, but it should be, of course, science vessels. Let's have a look if it is. There is already a starport being done here for Crypto with his science facility, as they're still just roaming around here in the middle of the map. Lots and lots of units here for Crypto. Flash just leaves those tanks in a nice beeline to intercept, and more tanks are getting sieged up here. So very hard position for Crypto to attack. Let's see if he's going to compete. It is moving forward here with his vultures, trying to surround the Flash's tanks, and in come the vultures from the back. Lots and lots of splash damage with the mines. The siege tanks finally are sieging up here for Crypto, as he's able to inflict some damage against the tanks. And finally 2 tanks have been sniped, so a nice guarding position here from the tanks behind the walls. I believe Flash has no vision, or actually he does with this one barracks right here. At the same time, it's just massive amounts of mines here into this location. Let's have a look at the upgrades very quickly. 0-0 for him. Flash already having 1 weapons upgrade, as we see some Goliaths are getting produced here by Crypto. So yeah, let's see how the game is going to continue. Some siege tanks have been sieged up. The others are trying to gain a good position, a good snipe here by Flash, and even the vultures giving great vision here. This barracks also really important here for Flash, as he's able to see all of the hidden tanks here from Crypto. So a very interesting position here for both players. We have a small stalemate. The vultures are still patrolling the map. Reinforcements are pouring forward, so Flash has weapons 1 upgrade. Now they're going into weapons 2, but Crypto has only actually also has now 1 weapons upgrade. So yeah, both players at 1, and now they finally decided to go for the 2 weapons upgrade. Of course, upgrades are going to be really important, but it looks like Flash is going to pretty much commit here forward. The tanks will be the first shot at. The vultures have fallen. A very risky move here by Flash, but somehow he's making it happen. He is deciding to snipe some of the important tanks here from his opponent, and he's slowly but steadily gaining more and more of an advantage of the map, even though he has less of a supply and less amount of SCVs. The barracks right here is really important for him. Crypto deciding not to use the barracks as a scouting tool. It will be very important to give vision, as slowly but steadily Flash is creeping forward. Is he going to commit once again? Let's have a look. There is vision against this one tank. Other tanks are also shooting here. Some vultures are already here to intercept from the back, and even the Goliaths are dealing damage. Now finally lots and lots of tanks will be sniped. So slowly but steadily Flash sniping one tank after the other. Is he going to somehow come back into this game? Let's have a look. This is indeed going to be the position by him. In the meantime, science vessels, of course, to snipe the mines. Some vultures are heading out here onto the map, as both players now just currently waiting, slowly but steadily moving here forward, sieging and unsieging. Very important, of course, not to pretty much commit here forward, as those siege tanks are quite deadly. At the same time, we see Flash now punishing the other expansion point from the opponent, so not allowing him to expand there. I believe he's going to try to take control of the upper left part, even having some siege tanks on the high ground, securing the ramp right here. Very smart move by him, having 2 tanks here. But is Crypto pretty much going to commit here forward? I believe he's going to decide to take the middle of the map. That is exactly what he's doing as he's moving out here with his units. Flash tries to find a good flanking position here. He has to retreat with some tanks, as Crypto tries to find, of course, a very good beeline here for his tanks, spreading those tanks, creating a nice line towards the other expansion point from Flash, or at least he thinks that it's going to be an expansion point, as the map has been transferred here into the middle. So the fight has been transferred here a little bit lower, a little bit next to Flash, but the reinforcements will arrive really fast by him. And let's see how things will unfold. Some Goliaths are here as well to snap the science vessels. In the meantime, Flash also going more and more in the upper left part, so I believe he really wants to secure this expansion right here, a very important expansion for him, a newly established base. And Crypto Flash really made it very far forward, but he doesn't have so many units here. At the same time, we see a reaction here by Flash sensing, of course, that lots of units here onto the lower part of the map as he's moving forward with his tanks, and now slowly but steadily just damaging the opponent's supply here. And as you can see from the supply count, all of a sudden Flash coming back. So I believe this move out here by Crypto was perhaps a small mistake. I believe he just tried to attack here, but there was no expansion here by Flash. Flash nicely going here into the upper left part, securing this expansion. I believe he just misses one SCV. So now those units are a little bit trapped here. I believe they have to move back, but there are mines here from Flash, so quite a interesting position here for them to be, as the tanks are just pretty much looking at each other here into the upper part of the map. SCV has arrived, the expansion continues here, and Crypto has no yet third expansion, so let's see how the game is going to unfold. The tanks are just spreading around, giving just more and more control of the map, and those units still here on siege, still in position, but just pretty much out of the game, as the real action seems to be happening here into the upper part. And yeah, is Crypto perhaps going to unsiege and just move them back? He still has some tanks here in the middle of the map, but there are some tanks here from Flash as well, so he could take damage from different positions here. It's Flash having more and more control of the upper left part, even transferring some of his tanks here. Let's check his upgrades very quickly. 2 weapons upgrades. Let's check Crypto. Also 2 weapons upgrade, but you can see that plate mail is being done, and even 3 weapons upgrades. So both players pretty much deciding to give lots and lots of importance to those upgrades. And we even see Flash deciding to secure the other lower right part, as we see some movement here from Crypto Flash. So yeah, let's see what the next steps are going to be. We see some scans. I believe both players try to get maxed out, and all of a sudden Flash here having 190 supply, and Flash coin only 64 workers. Perhaps there was a drop which I've missed, but now we can see the reaction from Crypto. There are some turrets here, there are some vultures, mines immediately getting laid down, so he needs to be careful not to take damage here as he's trying to find a good position. He's dropping his units, tanks with Goliaths. The Medivacs do take, however, some damage. I believe Flash should be able to hold this, but all alone, actually, no. Now the SCVs actually have to fight for their lives, but there are Goliaths here to fight, and Flash has to come in with his own Medivacs to clear this out. So very strong move by Crypto, but Flash is there to react. However, Flash dropping to 156 supply, so all of a sudden now Crypto is ahead into this game. Very interesting game, a nice back and forward game, a very nice strategic game here by the 2 Terran players. Who is going to be the victor of this interesting game? I believe the Medivacs will be, of course, the MVPs onto this game, and Crypto really wants to punish the upper left part here for Flash, so I believe Flash is going to react with more and more mines, more and more turrets. Some SCVs are on idle, but he needs to be careful. He sees now the drop, and Crypto just decides to clear this out, and I believe he's going to try to take this expansion here as well at the 12 o'clock position. So very nice move by him, now having control of the high ground, having a very good position. Some tanks are still securing the low ground, but the tanks from Flash also shooting here. So yeah, reinforcements are just moving forward. We see the Medivacs here moving out with some tanks, with some Goliaths. Let's see where Flash is going to decide to attack. Some SCV still on idle here for him, as the upper part might be the next target here for Flash. He still has control of this location right here. We see some movement onto the map. Some SCVs are getting transferred. I believe Crypto is going to try to take control of this location right here. It's getting immediately scanned, so this might be the next target for Flash with his Medivacs. Let's have a look. What's he having? Some tanks, some Goliaths, some vultures. Very nice mobile unit, but hold on, actually Crypto is now moving forward with quite a large fleet with units here, even using defensive matrix onto his tanks, and this could be very deadly. Double defensive matrix for his tanks, so very strong move by Crypto. He really wants to cancel the upper left part from his opponent, and he's doing really nicely here with the tanks with matrix, as even now the vultures will be able to deny so much mining time here. So very nice move. At the same time, the tanks do take damage from somewhere, yeah, from those tanks right here. So very nice move here by both players. Crypto really wanted to cancel this, but in the end Flash does hold, but he's losing some mining time. However, he has the expansion still running. Crypto doesn't really has that, as he's now moving once again forward with some other units, but the tanks are not being touched, and everything that is getting dropped here pretty much getting obliterated. So very nice move by Flash. Perhaps a mistake here by Crypto, not expecting Flash to have so many units here, and now there's even 6 medivacs moving forward versus the 6 medivacs from Crypto. So it's medivacs versus medivacs, lots and lots of splash damage. Everything is getting dropped here, as Flash is now the one taking quite some damage, but also inflicting damage, and now even having control of the high ground. In comes Crypto with his tanks and with his Goliaths. Flash even taking damage out of the SCVs. This is going to get cleared, but both players taking quite some damage. Both players dropping below 20 supply here, so losing 20 supply, 25 supply. A very interesting game here, perhaps a too much ballsy move by Crypto. Flash does hold. Both players pretty much at the same SCV count. These units are still on idle here, still out of the game. Perhaps he's going to try to find a better position, but perhaps at the same time he's going to try to secure this expansion right here, as Flash now also deciding to move out with his units from the other location. Perhaps he's going to try to regroup them into the middle of the map, just try to go for a newly established base around here, or perhaps this base right here. But yeah, there are tanks, and we even see the reinforcements moving forward for Crypto, as I believe he's going to try once again to attack the upper left part, or is he? Let's see, the tanks are in location here for Flash. He's bringing reinforcements. He has a nice scouting turret here, seeing the movement from the opponent, and yeah, reinforcements also pulling forward, but they could take damage out of those tanks on the high ground. Those tanks having a great time here dealing damage. Crypto not realizing this, as he's taking more and more damage, and Flash even having an expansion right here. So Crypto tries to attack the newly established base. There are some medivacs moving forward, but a very bad position for him on the low ground, as the tanks will be able to target those units. And yeah, even some Goliaths are here, so lots and lots of damage being taken left and right. And there's some writing going on here. Flash having more of a supply here, as he's moving forward now with another group of units, and even being able to snipe this expansion right here. I believe we're talking about this right now, as sadly here for Crypto, his attack didn't really make a difference here into this location, and now Flash just pretty much going to drop everything he has here into this location. And with this small group of tank, he's able to take out this expansion right here. So I believe Flash might have done it after he was behind into the game. He just came back here, and perhaps this is what they're talking about. Perhaps they're talking about the next Crypto to invest. Perhaps they talk about Bisu, if Bisu is going to invest, or Jaedong is going to invest into some Crypto. And yeah, I believe Flash might have done it here, as he has now more supply, and perhaps Crypto just pretty much gave up this game and just asked Flash for some information here. 32, perhaps he has 32 bitcoins here. Very good amount of bitcoins. Yeah, 32, very nice lucky number for him. So yeah, a very good game here. GG by both players. A very interesting game. Flash was behind into this game, but he came back after even having a lower of an SCV count, and somehow he had a better position defensively with those tanks. This drop right here pretty much failed for Crypto twice, and he has taken quite some damage. And Flash once again with some small groups of tanks being able to punish the economy and the bases from his opponent, and with some pretty good defenses, also having turrets all over the place to get more vision. So very nice game by both players. Let's just check the stats really quick. And yeah, let me just click left and right once again if you guys are interested. I still don't know who FLASHCOINGOOD is. Maybe it's Light, maybe another Terran pro player, JYJ, Royal. I don't really know who he is. Perhaps I'm going to Google him, or perhaps you guys know who he is. And see, a very nice game here by both players. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be seeing you, of course, in the next replays. This is Tommy signing out.